Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself Anjali Tari. Today we will be discussing on the topic money or you. Who is gonna work for you? So just remember your first day of your kindergarten, your first step towards your new beginning. You have just entered this school holding your little finger in your mama's hand. Your story started. You learned new hobbies, developed new skills, developed your academic knowledge, achieved many ranks, you made new friends, and thus you moved on. Time flies faster than you expect. When you turn 16, you focus on branded shoes, branded watches, latest smartphones, dining and partying with your friends at posh restaurant, shopping at multiplexes, online shopping, and the list goes on. So at this stage, when you are so young, at this age, saving, investments, finance are the least interested topics for you. You finish off with your college, you go for a professional education, and once you have completed your professional education, then you are hired by top MNCs, the corporate leaders, or some people start living their passion of being an entrepreneur. So here begins our new phase of life, which is so fast, so appealing, so challenging. We enter into the race of money making in this for upgrading our gadgets, our lifestyle, just for social acceptance. But at this junction, do we think or we pause a little to think how we can multiply our hard-earned money to achieve our future goals? So at this point, our life has become like a running train, wherein first you try to get into it, and once you get into it, you are just moving from one compartment to the other compartment. So in real life, you are just trying to earn your money so that you satisfy all your luxuries, comforts. But at some point of time, you need to stop, plan, save, and invest. So technically speaking, the subject on financial freedom is never added in the curriculum of our high schools or colleges. So due to this ignorance towards financial education, many young adults are oblivious towards managing their money, and more often they tend to end up in ever increasing credit requests, loans to manage their needs and wants. And they don't know how to stay out of these debts and become apprehensive towards the ever increasing debt. Remember your parents, how conservative and cautious they were towards the spending habit as well as saving habit. Don't you think we enjoy the advantages and prestige of life due to their saving habits? Even at those times, the loans were not easily available. But what about today? In the current scenario, our emails, our inboxes are full with so much of offers day in, day out. Just imagine on weekends we get offer for pizza, ek pe ek free, or the midnight sales going on all the online shopping portals. So in the current scenario, our generation is obsessed with lifestyle. When we are earning 100 and we are spending 110. So that means this is due to our uncontrollable attitude of spending heavily, even through credit cards. I am not criticizing our generation, but what I mean to say is that only a little bit of patience and planning is required, for which we as Indians are groomed right from childhood. So now is the right time to go back to our basics. Just think, today you are 35, and if given a chance to reverse and correct, I can challenge you here. First and foremost, you will think is if you would have learned to manage your finances. First, you would have saved from the income earned, and then you would have spent your balanced earnings. Because at that time, when you were 24 or 25 years of age and when you started earning, we entered into a lifestyle of paycheck to paycheck, a lifestyle in which he or she struggles, fails to save money, and enters into significant financial crisis, that if he doesn't receive the next paycheck, then it becomes very difficult to manage their ends. So we tend to entangle ourselves in the EMI's never ending cycle. And after a decade later, there seems to be no motivating factor towards our job or self-built entrepreneurship. This is the point which is happening today with a whole lot of generation. So why should we wait for this to happen with us? So just go reverse 20 years back. So those 20 years of your life when you were taking your education, don't you think that it was fully planned by your parents? Which school you will go, what hobbies should be nurtured, what sports training you will take, what would be the higher education you will take, your professional studies. Everything your parents had planned it and even achieved it for you. So when you grow up and you start earning at the age of 25 to 26, when the buying power comes in your hand, why shouldn't we plan for the next 30 to 40 years life ahead? It is nearly 3 to 4 times of your early life of 20 years. Don't you think we all need a roadmap to plan this 30 to 40 years of life ahead? Yes, certainly we all should have a strong financial plan which will enable you to enjoy the most fulfilling, stress-free, desired life of yours. So here, when I want that your money should work for you, you need to learn first the art of multiplying your money. Second, planning ahead will help you to manage the situations that might be challenging for you. And third, this being your accumulation phase, you being in an early stage of life, to lay a strong foundation for building your own wealth for now and for future. So to achieve my mantra, that is my financial freedom in my purse, here are some techniques. First, start early. Start right now. It's now or never. Do not think that financial planning has to be done when you grow old, or it has to be done only by the wealthier people. Second, don't wait for a master plan. You will just waste your time in thinking. In this fast-paced life, you can approach an advisor. It's his specialization who will design a plan for you as per your goals, as per your requirements. Stay away from trials and errors through tips and tricks. Never plan your investment with tips and tricks given by someone or everyone. They may not match your goals or your risk appetite. You are completely different. So design a sound financial plan as per your requirement. At this stage, you need to consult an advisor who will study your current status, your requirements, and make a strong financial plan for your future. The fourth mantra would be, don't choose a conservative saving pattern always, as your lifestyle, your income, your expenses are never going to remain the same. They are going to grow up. So the right way of investing would be to invest in the instruments which are going to give you substantially higher returns than the inflation. Don't be afraid, as you might need to invest in equity. You can certainly consider equity in the longer run. Start your contingency fund. Do not wait for a money crisis to begin your financial planning. Start saving a small portion every month. No matter how much you are earning, how low your current salary is, but put a habit to yourself to start saving a very small portion of it. You never know that when an emergency can strike up. we have very well experienced in the COVID-19 corona situation. People lost their jobs, medical emergencies, your favorite gadget might break down. So if you have saved enough in your contingency fund in times of hardships, financial difficulties, this fund of money what you have built will certainly prove to be a strong source of income for you. Never link your investments to market situations. Getting in and out of the investments, especially with the equity investments, is not a great idea. You may end up paying higher taxes on frequent sales and purchases. It might also rob your chance of making spectacular returns on your investments over a longer period. Giving time to your investments is the right key to creating your wealth. Do not confuse your financial planning with your investing. Do not expect unrealistic returns on your invest for all your goals depending upon their terms. Break up your goals as per your requirement depending upon the time horizon. Take for example your short-term goals, that is from 3 months to 1 year, like building your contingency fund, taking health insurance, life insurance. Then comes your medium-term goals, that is the goals ranging from 3 years to 4 years, planning your destination wedding, going on foreign vacation. Then comes your long-term goals, your major goals of your life, like children education planning, children marriage planning, your retirement, your entrepreneurship. So all goals have to be planned based on the time horizon which you have in your hand. And for that, since our age from 25 to 60, you have so many years in hand, so the amount of money that you need to invest or save would be substantially much lower to a person who might start at the age of 35, 40 or 45. So I'm through with today's topic, money or you, who will work for you. Understand the time value of money. The more time you give your money to work for you, the more your money will make for you. Managing your money is as important as earning it. Thank you very much for watching this video, as I believe my financial freedom in my purse and it should be in your purse. Thank you so much.